Hi there, Musketeers. Kate from Princess Minnie here, and today is a very, very big Funko haul day. You might have seen in my thumbnail this humongous box that I got from buying a bunch of pops at Funko.com, but there will actually be more pops that I did not buy at Funko in this video, and I have so many Funko pops to show you guys from so many different fandoms that it's gonna have to be broken into a series of videos. So this is definitely the first one, but there will be a lot of other big Funko hauls coming up. Before I show you any Funko Pops though, from the Funko shop, I picked up a shirt, and it is this tank top with Minnie Mouse, and you have Rainbow Minnie Pop here, and it says love down the side. I loved this shirt. They did have a Mickey Mouse option, and I kind of wanted to get it for my husband, but I kind of figured that was more of a me thing than a him thing. Like the whole, just the rainbow is so beautiful. Obviously, Funko doing it in for Pride Month, and I fully support that. I think that is amazing that they do that. And I just thought this was so beautiful that I could wear this anytime throughout the year, and I love tank tops. This will be great for the parks, but it also would be great for just working out, and like the feel of it is amazing, so the quality is really good. So if you're ever thinking about ordering clothing from the Funko shop, like definitely do it. I think it's a great call. Let me give you a quick close-up of this, and I'll probably wear this in my next Funko video. So I did order these pops in June. They sent me, these are the two smaller boxes that were inside the big box. So I do kind of forget a little bit what I ordered. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this will be a bit of a surprise for me as well. I do know there are a lot of Star Wars pops in here. And Star Wars is, between my husband and I, our biggest collection of Funko Pops, and it's gonna keep going that way. So we absolutely love Star Wars, and these were pops I was just sick of not having in my collection, and there are so many Star Wars Funko Pops, and not all of them cost a fortune by any means, but I didn't want to miss out on any of these at their common price, and then 5 years from now decide, you know what, I should have just bought that darn thing when it was like 10 bucks and or whatever these cost. I can't remember at this time. And I think they might have been having a deal, like if you spent $100 or whatever, so I definitely, like, you got money off, so I definitely got some kind of deal on this. I just don't remember what it was, but I just was like, you know what, I better buy them now at their common price because I'm gonna want them eventually, and I was just sick of not having these pops. So what I'm gonna do is just go in any order whatsoever. So I'm not going to go in any order, but just know you have a lot of Star Wars ahead, at least from the Funko shop. And then the other ones I will show you could be different fandoms. I think there's going to be a lot of Disney, actually, in the next part of this video. And I will also just quickly say that I'm going to go fairly quickly just because there are so many and I'm eager to get them like displayed and whatnot. So I'm going to go fairly quickly, but if you want to discuss any of these fandoms down below, please do so. Okay, first box is completely packed. The next box, not so much. The first pop we're gonna talk about today, I totally forgot I ordered this, and I'm so happy I did. Darth Maul. Oh my god, Darth Maul. The only thing I want to say, I'll try to say like one quick thing about each character that I pull out, or each Funko Pop in general. First of all, if I had to have a lightsaber, this would be the one. Like, I love that it's double-sided. Like, how do you beat that? Clearly it's very hard to beat that. And also that if you ever go back and watch episode 1, Phantom Menace, first of all, he's the best part of Phantom Menace. But if you go back, rewatch the scene where he fights Qui-Gon Jinn, and then he fights Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it's like he's just toying with Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, if you watch the speed with which then he fights Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's like, what was he toying with him? Was he playing around? And I can't stop thinking about that. Next up, let's go for another Star Wars. This is one I've been dropping so many hints that I wanted this one, and I never got it, like for Christmas or birthday or anything. So I had to spoil myself with the Child with Cup. So the thing I'll say about the Child with his cup is that the reason I wanted this one so bad is we have a beverage bar that I built like one, like a Wayfair kind of product that I put together. I built it in our kitchen, and it's like for tea and coffee and wine and all those things. And I want to have just a few select Funko Pops there with characters with drinks, which there are probably more than you think. And he's going to be the second one, and I have just wanted him so badly for my beverage bar. Let's go back to more of the Darth Maul era, and we have Mr. Master, whatever. I feel like saying Mr., so I'm going to. Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I love this outfit on him. That is absolutely fantastic. And one thing I want to say about Obi-Wan, I could not really care less about Obi-Wan in the original Star Wars trilogy. But I think Ewan McGregor really brought this character to life. And I think also Clone Wars did a fantastic job with him. So I think he's a character that has only gotten better and better and better. And I'm excited for the Obi-Wan show. Let's take a detour into Frozen 2. I know there are a lot of people out there who say Frozen is an overrated movie. I don't think it is. I think people are so quick to say something is overrated when it's just appropriately rated. I think it deserves all the hype it gets. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have a 3-year-old singing Let It Go for like 8 years. So that might be skewing people, but I think the costumes are amazing. I think the characters are great, really funny, relatable, sweet, amazing. I think the plot of both movies, pretty good. The second one, which this is a pop from the second movie, I think that the second movie I do prefer. The plot's a little confusing. And if you watch the making of Frozen 2 on Disney Plus, you'll see that they really didn't have any ending quite figured out, or lots of like things figured out until they've already made so much of the movie, and I think that might be why, but I still love it. And I love Anna, so I had to get this Anna Frozen Pop. This would be my second favorite Anna outfit in her like traveling clothes beyond her coronation dress, or behind her coronation dress, which I still need to get that pop. But I love her hair, I love everything about this pop, and I can't wait to display it. It looks like there's a little mark on her face. Hopefully that won't bother me too much. Hopefully when it's on a shelf, I won't be able to see it quite so clearly as I do this close. Why don't we just stick with Frozen 2 for a second, because we have Olaf with Bruni. And I know there is a Bruni pop, but I don't think I'll get it because I really like that Bruni is super small with Olaf here. I just like that he's more true to size. I like when pops, and this will be my one thing for this pop, but I just like when pops actually show the character as true to size as possible. Like when I like when they make a big character, like my Thanos, for instance, that I have is 6 inches, so he towers above the other characters, and I have Giant Man and he's 10 inches, and that looks really cool next to the other pops. So I don't really want a Bruni that's super big when in reality he's really little. So I love me some Olaf. I might want to be an Olaf completist, because Olaf is actually one of my absolute favorite Disney characters and probably my favorite Disney sidekick. So he might be someone I need to get more pops of. And last pop for this first box, we have another Mandalorian pop. It's one it was like, I had to get it, like no brainer, right? I didn't even have to think about it. And it's the Mandalorian with child, where he's flying, Mando is flying off with Grogu. And I just think that this one looks like perfection. And again, okay, I know I just said that whole thing of like, I like when the pops are true to size. I mean, Grogu is just such a main character that they're gonna have to just make regular size pops of him. Like, I can accept that. Bruni is not. Bruni is not a main character in Frozen 2. in my opinion. Grogu is the main character in The Mandalorian, so he needs to have full-size Pops. But I do love in this Pop that he is more true to size and that Mando's carrying him just like he would in the show. So absolutely love this one. I think there's a glow-in-the-dark version of this one maybe, but I'm not that big a fan of like flocked, glow-in-the-dark, metallic. Like I don't really need any of those special editions, with the exception of I do have from Harry Potter, Fawkes is a flocked Pop, and yes, like he looks so good flocked in my opinion. But for the most part, I just like the original versions. Let's go back to Frozen 2. So this was like a Star Wars and Frozen haul so far, and I'm not mad at it. So those are kind of like the two sides of my personality. And I have another Anna, and in this case she was a Funko Shop limited edition Pop. She was a few dollars more I think than the others, but again I didn't want to not get her at this price and then be like, I really want to get all the Annas now, or a lot more Annas. And I like this outfit on her. I think it's very, very pretty, and I think that the hair is one of the best Anna hair sculpts that I've seen on a Funko Pop. So very into this one, and I don't care that it's limited edition, but it's exciting that I have it. The last two Pops from my Shop Funko part of this haul, because stick around, you can see the video is longer, and there will be more Funko Pops. These are just the last two from that big box from the thumbnail, are of the same character, the same Star Wars character, and just two very different parts of her life. And this is a character I'm absolutely going to try to become a Pop completist of, and considering I already have two of her or one of her, but one more on the way, and I've pre-ordered another one, and I'm going to get the others. Like they're in the works, you know what I mean? I'll eBay the ones I need to. But anyway, we have Ahsoka Tano. She is my second favorite Star Wars character, kind of ironically, right behind Darth Vader. And so we have a younger Ahsoka with her double lightsabers kind of like held behind her in one of her older outfits, which is, I think that's one of my favorite outfits that she ever had earlier on in Clone Wars. And then we have much older Ahsoka, much more mature, she's not much older, but much more mature Ahsoka in her blue, like Mandalorian era outfit. And she has her double lightsabers, but they're in a different pose than this one. So I super appreciate that. All right, now for something completely different. John and I have been watching, John's my husband for anybody who might not know, we have been watching a ton of Dragon Ball Z in the past couple of months. We've been binging the whole Dragon Ball Z series. I had watched a couple of seasons a while back, but we never finished it. I just wasn't liking one of the directions one of the seasons was going. And we were like, you know what, let's start over recently, let's power through it. And now we're almost to the end of Dragon Ball Z, and I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. If anybody out there likes Dragon Ball Z, my favorite characters, and it's honestly, I know it's pretty basic, but I don't care because I just love them so much. I love Piccolo. Goku and Vegeta. And Goku honestly wasn't in my top 3 until later on in the series. Like he had, not that he had to grow on me, I just liked other characters a little bit better, but I really do like Goku now. But nobody can beat Piccolo for me. I'm just obsessed with him. And this one character is none of those that I've talked about, but we have recently got the streaming service Funimation, so we could watch the whole series, and we're gonna go back and watch Dragon Ball, and then I can't wait to watch Dragon Ball Super. Oh, and I'll also say my favorite bad guy was Cell. We're currently on the Majin Buu era, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, but I did love Cell. I loved especially his first very like insectile form. Anywho, one character who I think just gets so overlooked, and I think she would agree, is Bulma. And when I saw Funimation, they sell like Funko Pops and other display pieces, is why I mentioned that we got Funimation, but they were having a sale, and I saw Bulma and I was like, I have to get this for my strong female characters collection. We do have quite a big Dragon Ball Z collection of Pops, but I want to put her separately in my strong female character collection, which is in my gym, my home gym, so I can look at her. First of all, she looks like an 80s workout dream, I think, in this outfit. But I love her. I love her attitude. I see a lot of similarities to Bulma and myself, and she will be a great inspiration to me in the gym. So I absolutely am obsessed with this one, and it's Bulma 707 is the number, because there's a few different Bulmas, of course, but I think she's widely known as like Bulma with afro. Like online, I've seen people refer to her as that, and she definitely has a huge green afro. She is, like I said, an 80s dream. Even though by this point in the show, it should have been like the early 90s, I guess, but you know what I mean. Okay, and we're done with Dragon Ball Z. We're going to move on to what I think is purely Disney. Oh no, there's a Star Wars in here. We are gonna have a lot of Disney Pops. This plastic bag is from just like this rando shop that is in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is somewhere that we like to go a lot. And they have a lot of just, because it's a tourist location, they have a lot of gift shops, and almost all the gift shops have started selling Pops to some extent because they're just such money makers, I guess. And so I got all of these in one store, and I just had to get them. Like, they were Pops I was just sick of not owning. Like Pops I just told myself, put on a Christmas list, or put on your birthday list, or just wait on that one and get it later. And I was like, I'm sick of waiting. So here they are, Pops that I didn't want to wait on anymore. And some of them will go in my Disney collection, or Star Wars, and some of them will go in my strong female character collection. So, first up, we have Mulan, and it is my favorite Mulan. It is when she's going to meet the matchmaker. I think this outfit is just fantastic. But I just love how, like, how Mulan is during this scene. First of all, the matchmaker song, one of the best songs, one of the most, I think, underrated Disney songs. But I just think that when she's trying so hard to please her family, and I think that's lovely, but in the end, she just had to be who she was. And that's kind of like an awkward, funny mess, and I totally love that. So I needed this one so badly. I think it's gorgeous, and I can't wait to see it out of the box. Now, next up, we have another Mulan, because there's so many sides to Mulan, right? And this one, I believe this is her outfit when she is actually meeting the Emperor. It's been a little while since I've seen the movie, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's meeting the Emperor at the end of the movie in this outfit. Her hair is fantastic, again, in a very different kind of way, and Mulan is just the best. Like, I don't even think I have to defend that. She's just the best. let's do the last Disney, and then we have Star Wars, and then we have something completely different. And then we'll be done with this haul. I'm gonna count up how many Funko Pops I showed you. It's gonna be a lot. So a lot of collections are getting some sprucing up this weekend. But I have a Hot Topic exclusive Hipster Cinderella, and it doesn't say Hipster Cinderella on it. Just double checking. It doesn't, but it's clearly Hipster Cinderella. And considering that Cinderella and Belle are my top two princesses that I collect, and I saw this one, I have to get it. On the back, I do see there is a Belle in hipster glasses as well, so I'm gonna need to try to track down that one. They also have Ariel and Jasmine. I don't feel the need to get those. I don't feel the need to have this whole collection. I just want to get a lot of Cinderella Pops and a lot of Belle Pops. So very excited to have this one join the collection. Next up is a character that I find in Star Wars very underrated. In fact, I think people just don't flat out like her. And I don't understand why, because I think she is fantastic. Underutilized in the movies, perhaps. But I'm just obsessed. And that is Captain Phasma. I love Phasma. I think she is just so intriguing. Like, I want a Phasma backstory movie. How did she get there? Why does her armor look like this? What made her like a captain, first of all? Like, I mean, could it have been easy to rise up in the ranks? I don't know. I want to know more. And I just think she's like a badass. I'm super about her. If there are like comics or like graphic novels about her or something that I can learn more about her and you know it, let me know. Maybe some of my questions will be answered. But I just thought this was super great. And for right now, she'll go into my strong female characters collection because we really have gotten so many new Star Wars Pops that we need to completely edit and even move the collection to somewhere else in our house where we have more space, I think. So for right now, she'll join my strong female characters in my gym. She'll be very good inspiration because she's super tough. And I want to be like her when I grow up. The last pop is going to be super controversial, and I'm not going to apologize for loving the crap out of this pop. I love this character. In fact, when people started disliking this character, I started liking her more. I can't explain why. I think she kind of became more of a badass and more complex and less sanitized, and I loved it. And that character in the most fantastic coat I've ever seen in my entire life, with the exception of maybe Baron Zemo in Falcon Winter Soldier, Daenerys Targaryen from the last season of Game of Thrones, which everyone in the world was obsessed with until the last season. And I get it, and I understand. But I'm just a glass half full kind of person. And I'm just going to take it for what it was and love it still. Because I'm not going to let something that kind of had a letdown ending, which honestly, most shows do have a letdown ending. Not going to like be fake about that. Most do. Game of Thrones did. But I still love Daenerys. I love her whole character. And she is just, again, a badass. Like, that cannot be understated, and it can't be overlooked. Like, she overcame so much. She forged her own destiny, and she kind of fell under the Targaryen curse. Like, I feel bad for her for that, honestly. I love her. This is a look. This is a fashion moment, and I am about it. I can't wait to see more about the braids in her hair. This is why I don't keep my pops in box. There are so many great details, and I know her braids are going to be fantastic. So I can't wait to open this one. I'm unapologetic about this pop and the fact that I love her. And if you don't, that's okay. But last pop in the video, and before I show you to her, I'm going to just count them up really quickly. We got she's number 15. Okay, that's a big ol' haul. So very, very, very excited about all of this, and let's get her close up. so much for watching this Funko haul. It's really exciting to share these things with you guys. I'd love to hear what you have. If there are other Star Wars pops, Dragon Ball Z pops, Disney Princess pops, Disney Sidekick pops, Game of Thrones pops, or any really awesome fandom that you think I should know about, put it down in the comments. I'd love to see what you think I should have in my collection, or I'd love to see what you have in your collection. And I will see you real soon.